Yes, students, good morning, all of you. So, in earlier class, we discussed about the project planning in the distribution automation. Yes, so to understand the distribution automation thoroughly, it has a different terminology. Different terminology. So, this terminology is to be understood in the form of definitions. So let us discuss the terminology used to understand the distribution system, distribution automation thoroughly. Yes. So in this regards, let us start from what we discussed. The same point is to be mentioned here. To understand the distribution automation thoroughly, the following definitions are required. Those are automation switching control. Yes. So automation in the sense all the physical devices functions like on and off, like reading measurement, all are to be done with the help of some kind of switches. Yes. So in this regards, what kind of switches which are highly useful in case of the distribution automation. So those switches are to be going to discuss here. The first one, outdoor lighting control. Yes. So this is the one of the important function to visualize all the physical components are properly functioning or not, everything. Outdoor lighting is very essential in the substation. So for this, what type of switches are to be used? Local electromagnetic relay or electronic or thermal or time delay relays with the photoelectric controls are to be generally used for outdoor lighting control. And similarly, line or capacitor switching control is. So capacitors are to be switched in a manner that some capacitors are turn on when the load is to be increased, some capacitors are turn off when the load is to be decreased. So the line or capacitor switching control, the local control by time, temperature, current, voltage, and volt ampere reactive. Is so current is temperature or current is current sensors are there, temperature sensors are there, time sensors are there. Yes. So all those are with help of the switches, all these operations are to be done. So remote control by ultra high frequency or very high frequency radios are to be used for turn on or turn off these switches. Yes. And next, line post sensors, SCADA, and local fader monitoring. SCADA already you know, so supervisory control and data acquisition, and local fader monitoring is local fader monitoring, load monitoring and load switching and fault information. Everything is to be carried out through the line post sensors. And similarly, fault circuit indications. So whenever a fault arises, so what type of indications are generally some LEDs are to be prepared to indicate the type of fault in the system. Fault circuit indications, fault location through use of on-site LEDs, and remote SCADA indication for single phase or three phase overhead or underground system is. So LEDs are to be placed which are functioning when the faults are to be arises. And radio switching, peak power demand reduction through very high frequency or ultra high frequency radio switching of consumer or feeder load is to be preferable. Yes. So peak load in the sense the maximum amount of the load, maximum demand is. So reduction through the high frequency, very high frequency or ultra high frequency radio switching of consumer or feeder load is to be considered. Yes. So these are some kind of some kind of switches which are used in automation process. Yes. So automation switching controls. And similarly, Ethernet. Yes. So you see here, this is the one of the most important element in case of the automation system. Yes, so it is a type of internet. That's all. It is a type of a protocol or LAN. That means that it has an ability to interface around 1024 pieces. Yes, so it is one type of network protocol. Ethernet. A protocol, sorry, a popular network protocol. And cabling scheme like LAN. LAN in the sense it has a local area network. It has an ability to interface a room computers and transferring file from one computer to another computer like this. Is it has a separate transfer rate speed. Is so in the same fashion, this is Ethernet also one kind of a network protocol. Is a popular network protocol and cabling scheme with a transfer rate of 100 MB per second. Ethernet uses a bus topology capable of connecting up to 1024 PCs and workstation within each main branch. Yes, you see here, it is a network protocol. It transfers the data from one system to the other system with 10 Mbps per second, 10 Mbp, megabytes per second, and it has an ability to connect the 1024 pieces at a time. Yes, so network nodes are connected by either using a thick or thin coaxial cable or by twisted pair wiring. Yes, so the nodes in the sense computers, the network computers are to be connected using a thick or thin coaxial cable or by twisted pair wiring. Yes, so Ethernet uses carrier sense multiple access. Yes, CSMA, otherwise collision detection CD, to prevent network failures or collision when two devices try to access the network at the same time. Yes, so there may be a priority, first come first out like this. Yes, so Ethernet uses a CSMA or CD to prevent the network failures or collisions when two devices try to access the network at the same time. Yes, so this may be generally used in case of the high connectivity networks. And also how this Ethernet is defined as per the IEEE standard. The definition of the Ethernet is, so Ethernet defines according to IEEE 802.3 is, so the definition of the Ethernet is, according to IEEE format, an implementation of the Ethernet standard on thin Ethernet cable with a data transfer rate of 10 Mbps, that is the megabytes per second, and a maximum cable segment length of 185 meters or 360 meters. I think it's not a 3600 and it is the 360 meters. Yes, so like this. According to IEEE, whatever we discussed, it has a data transfer rate of 10 Mbps, and similarly it connects 1024 pieces, and it is a network protocol. Whatever you discussed in the first paragraph, in the same fashion is the IEEE also defines the Ethernet. It is implementation with a data transfer of 10 Mbps, and the cable segment length also given 185 meters or 360 meters based upon the length. Yes, so clear students, there is a network protocol having a data transfer rate of 10 Mbps and capable to connect up to 1024 systems in the network station. Yes, so this is the one of the major important device which transmit data during the distribution automation. Yes, so you move for the next definition. Yes, so this is the next definition. Information technology. It is a very familiar word for us. We all know very familiarly. Information technology in the sense, it includes administrative computing and all end user computing of a business and technical nature. Yes, So in distribution automation, information technology in the sense it help of the computers from top to bottom. All the records are to be maintained for a business and technical nature. The term also extends to smart or intelligent. Is this term information technology term extends to smart or intelligent programmable electronic devices used in power operation from a generation to distribution automation. So IT stands for information technology. This is a supporting tool for us to save all the details of the information regarding the consumers, utility, distribution system, everything is next. So this is also one of the important thing already we discussed during the Ethernet. LAN. LAN stands for local area network. A group of computers and associated peripheral connected by a communication channels capable of sharing files and the resources between several users. Is so LAN in the sense it is a local area network connected through the cable, and sharing the files from one computer to other computer and one user to other user. And this is very restricted, maybe hardly a 50 or 60 systems, not more than that. Is so the resources are changing between one user to the other user. So such type of facilities are required to have a physical data into the control room. Yes, in case of the transformer, in a substation transformer is very far away to the control room. Yes, so how all the activities of transformer, it is a light load or peak load or half peak load, every detail is recorded in the control room. So therefore, such type of cables, such type of networks are used and interface all the physical devices and transferring the data to the master control room. So the electrical professionals are sitting in the control room and monitoring all the status of all the devices through such type of devices. Yes. So in this regards, LAN is a group of computers and associated peripherals connected by a communication channels capable of sharing files and other resources between several users. And another one is management information systems. Most often defined in the power utility industry as the department responsible for administration, computing systems and operations. Is it or not? So it is very clear. All the department activities such as the administration, systems, operations, everything has to be maintained with the help of the management information system. It is also one kind of tool in the power utility. It is most department responsible for administration, computing systems and operations. And the next one, which is the man-machine interface. This is also very, very important. So in most of the cases in 2 marks, so they are directly asked, explain man-machine interface for 2 marks. So at that time, these definitions are important for us. Yes. So what do you mean by man-machine interface? Generally, so we are sitting in front of computer. So computer is giving data, you are observing it through eyes. Yes. So you are giving some signal and it does some operation and again results will give like this. So there is an interface between man and machine. It is the interface between man and technology for control of the technical process. See here. It is the interface between man and technology for control of the technical process. So see the diagram of the man-machine interface here. So this is the man. Yes. So see here the bidirectional flow. And communication equipment may be receivers or phones or laptops or computers, all are communication equipments. Yes. So this is the master control room, master control center. Instrumentation and control equipment, all equipments are here. So through metering, otherwise through radio or telephone line or whatever it may be, the communication equipment. So the man analyzes it through communication equipment and master control room. And here the RTU is the remote terminal units are transducers which are interfaced in between the power network process as well as the instrumentation and control equipment. Generally, the operating person, that means that the skilled electrical person, such he is a assistant engineer or a additional divisional engineer, whoever may be sitting in front of computer and observing what's the status of the station. And here RTUs are transducers or actuators. These are the devices, the electronic devices operated through the microprocessor controllers. So what it does in the sense, it converts physical quantity into electrical quantity. For example, in electrical network process. So maybe a transformer, maybe a circuit breaker, maybe a switch, disconnecting switch. So some operation is to be taking place. For example, transformer you are taking. Transformer does certain task here. So with the help of the sensors, the RTU convert the physical signal into electrical signal, and this is to be forwarded to the control room. The control room is interfaced to a master computer. The person is sitting in front of master computer and analyzing what is the status of this physical device. Is it done? So this side, see, suppose if it is operating under overload, to change the tap changing, what can the man giving input to again through the same channel. Yes. So the man giving the input to the computer, so that the same input is forwarded to the physical device, and physical devices is changing from the overload to the light load, like this. So the man-machine interface. See here in this man-machine interface. Yes. So it is the interface between man and technology for control of the technical process. Yes. So this diagram is the flow diagram of man-machine power system interface. The computer system at master control center integrates with RTU. See here, what we discussed, the same is to be here. The computer system at master control center integrates with RTU over the communication link with its transmission protocol, acquires the remote substation to the computer system for MMI as shown, man-machine interface. Is it done? So the activities, physical device status is to be forwarded to the concerned person. Concerned persons in the sense, person is operating person. Physical activity is converted into electrical quantity, and that should be recorded in the master control room, so that the master computer display, so that the man will observe, and he has to realize that the overload on the machine, so that you have to reduce. So therefore you have to increase the voltage level, or otherwise tap changing, whatever it may be. So the man giving input to that input again, so that according to the system, according to the input, the same information goes to particular device and change the operation, so that it will come into a protection side. Yes. So the computer system at master control center integrates with remote terminal unit over the communication link with its transmission protocol. Otherwise, the remote substation to the computer system per MMI as shown. Is it or not? So man-machine interface with this diagram is very important for the 2 marks question. Otherwise, sometimes maybe a possibility for asking even for a 5 marks questions also. Is next. Modem. So nowadays nobody there without knowing this device. This is the most familiar device for modulating and demodulating for receiving and transmitting the data. Is so the word is a contraction of modulator or demodulator. See here, the word is a contraction of modulator or demodulator. Modulation is the conversion of digital bit streams into analog telemetry suitable for transmission. See here. So modulator and demodulator. It is a contraction of modulator and demodulator. What is the modulation in the sense? Modulation is the conversion of digital bit streams into analog telemetry suitable for transmission. Demonstration is the, sorry, so it is the, I think the spell mistake it is. Demodulation is the reverse of that process. Demodulation is the reverse of that process. The modem is a device that allows a computer to transmit information over suitable communication link, such as telephonic line. Yes. So in almost in BSNL network, the persons who are using BSNL, not otherwise ACNet or whatever it may be, everybody having a modem. Yes. Modem usually operate at a speed range of 1200 to 19,200 band, the bandwidth of this. Yes, it is a separate device or may sometimes be integrated with an RTU. Yes, so all these are some kind of network devices. To function properly, these devices are very essential for internet accessing point of view. And similarly, another one is the packet. Yes, so data packets. We generally observed the this in computer lingo. This includes any block of data sent over a network. Yes. So packet is nothing but a block of data sent over a network. Each packet contains information about the sender, receiver, and error control information in addition to the actual message. See here. So packet is nothing but packet is even we are using nowadays in mobiles hugely. So we are sending a message. We are sending a message to a particular person and receiving a message from a particular person. So everything in the form of a packets, data packet. Packet is a block of data sent over the network. Each packet contains information about the sender, receiver, and error control information in addition to the actual message. Yes. So all these definitions are useful in the distribution automation. That is the reason we are analyzing each and every one. And the majority of the persons, I feel, majority of the persons having a much idea on these definitions because we are using in our regular day-to-day life. And the next one is protocol. Protocol. It is also in computer related term. Computer lingo means computer language. In a computer language, a protocol is that which allows two computers to understand each other while transferring information between themselves. Protocol is what? Protocol is a generally in politics we are using, in hierarchy we are using a protocol. Suppose a collector is coming to a particular place. The concerned MRO, RDO, everybody is attend. That is protocol in general. But here also a protocol is that which allows two computers to understand each other while transferring information from one system to other system. In networks and communications, it is the specification that defines the procedures to follow when transmitting data. Yes? So that means that simply say it is a understanding between two systems to transfer data from one to other. In networks and communications, it is the specification that defines the procedures to follow when transmitting data. Is next router. Router is also, it is a very familiar one. Everybody knows the persons who are using internet. So in networking, an intelligent connectivity device that can send protocol to the correct LAN segment to take them to their destination. So this is nothing but the router. Yes. So router is nothing but what? It is a in networking, an intelligent connectivity device, that can send protocol to the correct local area network segment to take them to their destination. Is so this is the router. And next, remote terminal unit. This is also very important in the examination point of view. Already we given much important for man machine interface. After that, this one, remote terminal units, RTUs. Remote terminal unit, what it does, generally speaking, or simply saying, it seems to be a transducers. Any physical activity, it is to be converted into electrical signals. That's all. Is modern RTUs. Modern RTU in the sense it is the electronic device operated with microprocessor based control. Yes, and converting the physical activity into the electrical signal. See here, remote terminal unit. Modern RTU are microprocessor based devices and are designed to acquire data and transfer the same to the master station through a communication link radio, otherwise power line carrier, otherwise wire, otherwise fiber optics, etc. Yes. So those are the microprocessor devices, microprocessor controlled devices, and are designed to acquire data and transfer the same to the master station through a communication link radio, power line carrier, wire or fiber optic, etc. RTUs collect data from transducers. RTUs collect data from transducers, transmitters, contact input from equipment or instruments, meter readings, etc. Perform analog digital conversions, check data squaring and corrections, perform pre-processing text, and send and receive messages from two master stations via interfaces. There is a big logic in this device. That is the reason this device is mostly used in case of the distribution automation. So it does so many functions. Yes. So in generally speaking, in our language, the transmitters are receivers, transducers, which are directly attached to the physical equipments, so that those physical equipment sense the temperature, otherwise current or whatever it may be, by contacting, and that data is transferred to the remote terminal unit. So that remote terminal unit, what it does, it can convert analog to digital. Yes. So squaring and corrections and pre-processing of text, send or receive messages from R2. So all the facilities are there for these devices. After getting the data has converted into electrical signal and transferred to the master control room via interface like a radio, communication link radio, otherwise power line carrier, otherwise a general wire may be also possible to transfer the data like internet cable. Yes. So fiber optics, etc. So man machine interface and remote terminal unit. Yes. So these are most important for us. And workstation or master control room, both are almost same. The role of the workstation is to serve as an intelligent window to the data bus. Yes. So the role of the workstation is to serve an intelligent window to the data base. I think it's not a bus, database. So it is high performance computer as shown. It is a high performance computer as shown. So see here, this is the master station. Master station, all activities are measured in the master control room. Yes. So here onwards, see, this is the original line which is going, HV line. HV line coming from the substation and going to the load centers with the help of a pole transformer. We can convert high voltage into low voltage and supply it to the consumers. These are consumers. Yes. So like that, this line is keep on going, and same action is to be taking place, converting high voltages into low voltage and supply to the consumers. So to automate this system, we are using different type of devices. Let us see. So on the HV line, there is a SF6 gas main feeder, SF6 gas main feeder, a square shaped device which is to be arranged in the HV line. Yes. Along with that, there is a RTU per line. This is the RTU per line. Yes, this dotted line is a communication line. Dotted line is a communication line, either of a telecommunication cable or radio or fiber optic cable, maybe any. Yes. So generally, cable utilization of the cable will give the high accuracy. Is it or not? And here one is the SF6 gas with main SF6 gas main feeder. SF6 gas switch in the sense the switch having a SF6 gas. You seems to be a SF6 circuit breaker maybe. Circuit breaker as well as the circle represents the RTU which is in the communication line. So these two represents the feeder automation. These two represents the feeder automation. Is it or not? And simultaneously, there is a communication line going through the transformer and consumer. So there is again another RTU at the transformer and another RTU at the consumer. This is the low voltage line which is useful for the consumers. Yes. So RTU for accessing the data of the distribution transformer and another RTU in triangle shape which is useful for the accessing the data of the consumer. So there are two devices again, RTU per transformer, RTU per consumer. So this is nothing but the consumer automation. Consumer automation. So a typical RTU installation for consumer automation. So very clear here, the line is going, the main line primary system as well as secondary system is as usually going for transferring power from substation to the load centers. It's a distribution transformer, everything, the process is same. So along with the main circuit line, the communication line is also going, and the communication line interface with all the remote terminal units. Those devices catch the data from the physical devices and transferring to the master control room. This is the technique behind the distribution automation. So by sitting in the master control room, and observing the status of HV line, distribution transformer and consumer terminal, everything. So that is simply nothing but the distribution automation. Here, one circuit breaker switch and one RTU for feeder automation, and one RTU for transformer, circular shape, and one triangular shape RTU for consumer. So this is nothing but consumer automation. So feeder automation, consumer automation, is it or not? So a typical RTU's installation for consumer automation. It is used to, see, this workstation is used to provide a simple user interface for indexing the data. Yes, it is used to provide a simple user interface for indexing the data, and from the database access commands, and communicate with server database, and accept the data returned from the database, accepted as well as return the database from the servers, yes, and display the data graphically. So workstation, in the sense, it is a master control room. Here a supercomputer is to be placed and all the functions are to be interfaced to this master control room, so that all the physical device functioning and status of the substation, what is the voltage level, what is the load on the system, and where any faults are arises. So everything is to be stored in the database so that this station has an ability to access or return the data from the database and displays all the details through graphically also. So this is nothing but the workstation. And finally, there is another definition, which is the WAN WAN. Yes, WAN is a wide area network. LAN is a LAN. In earlier case, we discussed mm, the LAN, local area network. So this is nothing but wide area network. Local area network is a inside the room with a 50 or 30 computers. But wide area network is a global boundaries, geographical boundaries of cities. Yes. So a network, what is the wide area network? A network that connects user across large distances and often crosses the geographical boundaries of cities. So see here, that is the reason this name is as a wide area network. Okay. So there is so many switches, so many terminology, and so many definitions are discussed. All these details belongs to the terminology to understand the distribution automation. Is it clear? So with the help of these definitions, in further cases, in further topics, we may use the modem, the Ethernet, the LAN, the wide area network like this. We may use these terms very simple. So therefore, these definitions are very essential to understand the distribution automation thoroughly. So all of you concentrate on these definitions. Thank you. With this, we will close this class, and next we will meet the next class in tomorrow. Thank you.